¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. In today's video, I'm going over the rating changes that I believe are going to happen tomorrow for NBA 2K23's roster update. I believe it's the 5th one. There should be some pretty big changes. I'm going to cover all the ones that I expect tomorrow in today's video. If you like that kind of content when it comes to NBA 2K players, ratings, news, updates, all that kind of stuff, I do it almost every single day. So please join the pack and subscribe, and let's get it, man. Up first, we have Nikola Vucevic. So the Chicago Bulls have not been having the season that they've expected to have. They expected to be pretty damn good this year, but because Lonzo Ball has been injured essentially all year, it hasn't been going as planned. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine have been pretty inconsistent, but someone who's been stepping up the past couple weeks is Nikola Vucevic. In the last 5 games, he's been averaging 20 and 10. I think he's been pretty solid. I personally believe these are similar numbers he was putting up with the Orlando Magic, and I think he should go up to an 84, maybe even an 85. The thing is, Zach LaVine's a little too low. He should have never been this low in the first place. So he can't be higher than Zach LaVine or tied. So they're going to have to upgrade Zach LaVine if they decide to upgrade Vooch. But still, there should be changes here for sure. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, this has been one of the best teams in the NBA, not just the East. And because Donovan Mitchell's addition was an amazing piece, a really important piece, and a super big deal, Darius Garland was already here playing very well. Just last season, he was averaging 21 points per game. And this year, in the last 5 games, he's been averaging 27 points per game. The leading scorer in the last 5 games. And they're still doing well. Darius Garland is obviously good. He's a better playmaker than Donovan Mitchell. He's good. I think Darius Garland's going to go up to an 88 overall, a +2 in this roster update, and I think he's deserving of that. When you're one of the best teams in the NBA, of course you're going to have really good ratings for a lot of players. For the Dallas Mavericks, I'm going to say something wild. I believe that Luka Doncic is a 99 overall player. So this is a weird one. The Dallas Mavericks are not very good this year because the roster is not very good, just straight up. But it's not Luka Doncic's fault. He put up 60, 20, and 10 just last night against the Knicks. Luka Doncic is looking like maybe the MVP, averaging 33 points per game this season, which is already absurd. 9 assists and 9 rebounds. So he's almost averaging a 30-point triple-double this year. Now, his defense is not good, but besides that, he's great at everything else. Maybe he's a little inefficient in 3, but he still makes them for the most part. So, look, guys that have been a 99 overall before, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, do we think that Luka Doncic is in that conversation of, like, you know, the LeBron Jameses, the CP3s? I'll be honest with you, I think so. I think if we're saying like CP3 and Kevin Garnett, I do believe that Luka just might be in that conversation already. I personally believe that. I think he's going to be 99 overall. For the Denver Nuggets, we have Jamal Murray and probably Aaron Gordon going up. I think more than anyone, Jamal Murray needs to go up. He is the second best player on this team. Yes, is Aaron Gordon averaging more points than him throughout the season? And is he a little more efficient? Yes, he is. But Jamal Murray is by far the better playmaker. Like, both average a similar amount of points, while Jamal Murray's playmaking for the entire team. He is the second best player. I don't think anyone can disagree with it. Jamal Murray is the second best player on the Denver Nuggets. I think Aaron Gordon might stay, but Michael Porter Jr. also needs to go up, maybe to an 82 overall. You know, he's been inconsistent for the past couple of years with injuries. Sometimes he's like a 20-point per game scorer, then sometimes he's a 10-point per game scorer. It's really hard to tell with Michael Porter Jr. sometimes. These last 5 games, he's looking like that 20-point per game scorer. Again, I think he's going to go up. The Denver Nuggets have a good team. You know, in the West, unless the Warriors start figuring something out, the Nuggets are supposed to take the West. They look like the best team in the West right now. Jokic is always in the MVP conversation, and then everyone is playing well. Murray, Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., and Bones Highland are all playing fantastic. And even guys like Bruce Brown, KCP, everyone's playing really good. If that continues, they should come out and make it to the NBA Finals, in my personal opinion. The dog's being needy. Being a little puppy. Up next on the Pistons, I have Jaden Ivey. I believe Jaden Ivey is going to be going up. He has been playing like the best player in the last 5 games. He's been the best like playmaker. He's scoring well and efficiently. I think everybody knew he was going to be good coming into the NBA, but I mean, without Cade Cunningham right now because he's been injured, Jaden Ivey's really getting the chance to shine. I think the Pistons have a good roster coming into the future, and Jaden Ivey, it starts with him. For the Warriors, I'm going to say that Jordan Poole needs to go up. When Steph Curry went down, someone needed to step up. Now, obviously, we all thought, you know, Clay and Wiggins are going to have to average more points per game for them to succeed. But that has not been the case. The case is that Jordan Poole has been the best player since Curry's absence. He's averaging 27 points per game on great efficiency. He's shifty. He makes all his shots that he shouldn't be able to make, and he does it anyways. He's been the best player. I think after this showing, he should be an 86 overall +3. That being said, I do feel that Andrew Wiggins has been underappreciated all year, and I believe he should at least be tied with Jordan Poole as an 86. Because although he's not the scorer that Jordan Poole is, Andrew Wiggins is a much better defender. So I believe they should be tied as the second best player on the team ahead of Klay. Quickly with the Rockets, I think that Kevin Porter Jr. needs to go up a good amount. He's been the leading scorer in the last 5 games. He's been very efficient. You know, I forget he's only 22 years old sometimes, but he looks very good. I mean, the Rockets, they got good players. Kevin Porter Jr. getting a chance to like score a little more. I expect him to go up to like an 82, 83 or something like that. Nothing crazy, but I do expect him to go up. He's been very good. For the Los Angeles Clippers, I think it's a no-brainer that Norman Powell needs to go up. Look, the Clippers are a good team, and Kawhi and Paul George are doing their thing. Kawhi's trying to come back. This team is actually winning games for the most part, but no one is underappreciated more in this game and in this team than Norman Powell. He's only a 79 overall. He is the 3rd best player, leagues and bounds, over anyone else on this team. He is the 3rd best scorer. He's like, there's none debate to me. I think he's an 82 overall easily to me. And maybe you could argue even more, a +3. There's a non-debate. He's just such a good scorer. And a team that needs that right now, it's a non-debate. Oh man, at number 11, up next, I think LeBron. It's weird. The Lakers are kind of doing okay without Anthony Davis. You know, the dreams of this season is over for them because Anthony Davis is probably not coming back for a while. But LeBron is doing his damnedest to make that not happen. He's trying to make them get to the playoffs somehow. He's playing okay. By okay, I mean LeBron is playing amazing, right? He's playing like to this. Somehow, statistically, he's doing as good as he ever has done in his career at 38 years old. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know how he does it. I'm going to say 97 overall for him. I do think he needs to go up, but not by a lot, just a little bit. Now, in the last 5 games, Brook Lopez has been the 2nd best player on the Bucks. Giannis will always be the best player, and Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton are always going to be important to the team. But Brook Lopez has been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, averaging 20 points per game in the last 5 games and like 13 rebounds. That to me, like, I'm going to put him at an 85 +3. I expect that for them, but like, I mean, in the last 5 games, he's been the 2nd best player on the Bucks at 34 years old. It's insane how he's developed as a player. It makes no sense sometimes. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, I'm going to say +2. I'm going to put him at an 87 overall. The Timberwolves are losing, but that's mostly because Karl-Anthony Towns has been injured. For the most part, Anthony Edwards has been playing fantastic. It's not his fault the team is struggling. He's been amazing. I think that, to me, 87 overall is fair because he's been the best player on the team. Now, up next for the Pelicans, I'm going to say CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum has been the 2nd leading scorer on the team. He had a really slow start to the year, but there's no denying that CJ McCollum is kind of back now. He's averaging 27 points per game in the last 5 games. The Pelicans are one of the best teams in the West. Zion Williamson's a big part of that, but Zion Williamson would need help to succeed, especially needs shooters. We know what Brandon Ingram can do, but CJ McCollum was a question mark throughout the year. He's back now, and if he continues to do this, the Pelicans are one of the best teams in the NBA. CJ McCollum is the bucket that we know he is, and he's playing like it. Up next for the New York Knicks, I'm going to say Quentin Grimes all the way back here. Quentin Grimes, I've already talked about him a little bit, but Quentin Grimes has been a starter for the Knicks lately. He's been averaging 16 points per game in the last 5 games and been one of the best defenders. And the Knicks are actually doing well. They're not winning every game, but they're doing well. And I think Quentin Grimes as a starter has been one of the better players. I have him as a 78 overall. I have him as a +5, at least. I mean, at that point, I mean, that's why he's a good playmaker, good shooter, great defender. What else can you ask from the man? For the Thunder, I have SGA. SGA needs to go up +2. He's averaging 33 points per game. He is the 3rd leading scorer in the NBA. I know that the Thunder are not a good team. And I know you could be like, well, it's just inflated stats, but that's the same with Luka Doncic. What's the difference? They're both bad teams, and they have one player that's carrying really hard. SGA, I see no difference. He's averaging 33 a game, bro. That's insane number. That's video game. Like, that's very rare. You understand? Like, at the first 2 weeks of the year, I was like, oh, maybe it's a fluke. He's been doing it for months now. +2. If he was on one of the best teams in the NBA, we would have SGA at a 96 overall. Maybe even a 97. He's going to be a 93 overall in my opinion. The Philadelphia 76ers, I have James Harden entering the 90 overall club again for the first time in a while. He's averaging the 2nd most points on the team efficiently. He's averaging 13 assists per game in the last 5 games with only 3 turnovers. The 76ers are looking very good again. And Joel Embiid, looks like an MVP candidate. James Harden's giving him free buckets every possession. you know, he's found his role again on this team, and it's looking very good for the 76ers. When they're getting Tyrese Maxey back too, watch out for them, bro. Finally, for the Spurs, it is their rookie, Jeremy Sochan. I was a little worried about Jeremy. I was like, yo, what is Jeremy good at? Like, the Spurs are usually really good at drafting their players, but I was not seeing anything from Jeremy. And lately, that's been changing. The hustle, the rebounding, the efficiency, it's all coming back to him. He's scoring very well. He's kind of found his groove in the NBA, which is a good sign. It's a very, very good sign. He's very young too, so we can see how he's going to turn out. But I'm going to put him at a +3 to a 75, and if he continues to play like that, maybe even more. But okay. That's what I have in this expected roster update. Nothing too crazy, but I do have some stuff like Luka Doncic. I do think he's going to be a 99, maybe even a 98. I'm expecting that. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel. Bye.